today, still in Edinburgh, oh my God, with lecture number 3. Now today we have a new person. Hello. We're not going to tell you his name because he has a slightly embarrassing condition that we're going to talk about later on in the program. You know the one in the top of the bed there? Say hello. He has been banned from eating for a while. He's been rude. And you may well know the vile woman in the bottom bed there. I would like everyone to know, actually, that the vile woman has steadily been chewing my arm, masticating my limbs. Look, I'll show you. See, look at that. The seams are being eaten away by the French one. Now, today's lecture is for the benefit of our new friend. Hello again. Hello. It's lovely. Not too much carotene. Today's lecture is about the profession of acting. Yes. Now, I know quite a bit about this from my youth. Now, there are certain things that encompass the quality of a professional. Always be on time. Putting your heart and soul into your work. Not sleeping with the director. All of these things encompass professionalism on a very deep and meaningful level. Other professionals take it very personally and have great difficulty with individuals who break these rules. Especially number 3. Mark my word, I can't even straighten my arm anymore. Fine, woman! No food for 3 months now. Now, other things that encompass. So, how do I become an actor? Well, first of all, I take leave of my senses. And then I go to a drama school. Now, perhaps as a child I may have done the National Youth Theatre if I had even the remotest quality of talent. Most don't. But perhaps I did. And I went to the National Youth Theatre, or, if I was gay, the National Youth Music Theatre. And I progressed through the ranks of that until I was about 18. At which point I would decide, am I smart enough to go to university or not? If I was, I would. If I wasn't, I'd go straight to drama school. But those of us that did go to university first. Now, I know you didn't, darling, but you're very smart. I liked you, so don't you worry about that, okay, darling? That was just for the common people, not for you. Now, if I go to university, I do some form of useless degree, like chemistry. Are you listening? Disgusting boy. You should have seen the number of whores that were on him last night. One lesson about cunnilingus, and they're shocking. Now, after university, I then audition for the round of drama schools. Now, there are several. RADA, Lambda. There was Webber Douglas, but sadly, the man got too old who was running it. Central, if you don't go there.
Fanny Pom-Pom.
Yes, darling, what? Oh, Jesus. All right, go ahead.
Did Webber Douglas go into Central? Those people?
Yes, Webber Douglas merged with the Central School of Speech and Drama.
That was like last year, wasn't it?
Well, technically it's happening this year.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Good question. You might be down to 2.5 months without eating now. Good. Now, or if I wanted to do musical theatre, I could go to somewhere like Mountview or Guildford or, best of all, the Royal Academy of Music. They have a marvellous program, run by a woman called Mary Hammond. Do you mind if I eat? It's a catchphrase that you will hear constantly at the Academy. I know, I went. Because I have a beautifully trained singing voice. You'll hear that time. Now, where was I? Pay attention.
Drama school.
Drama school. Now, once I've gotten into a drama school, which is easier than one thinks. No, scratch that. Harder. than one thing. I then spent 3 torturous years amongst people who, quite frankly, I couldn't give the slightest shit about. And I pretend that I fall in love with all of them because they're in the same sort of environment as I am. And we're all arty and airy-fairy and it's all lovely. But actually by the end of it, can't stand any of the fuckers and I want to leave. And get into the profession, which as we discussed is the topic of this lecture. The profession. Oh, the profession. Which basically means I remain unemployed for a very, very long time and do shitty fringe performances in order to get my name around. Finally, there may be in your life the big break. I had my big break several years ago, and then went to work at the tombola stall. So your big break does not necessarily mean that you will work for the rest of your life. However, to get the big break, there are certain things one can do. One can A, strip naked and walk into the RFC and hope that either the casting director, if you're male, fancies you or is a lesbian. Secondly, one could actually do a show and be good in it. That is highly unlikely. And thirdly, one can do a show and be bad in it, but be absolutely right for some part that some talentless, uncreative director has to do in film. And therefore, you get your big break. See Orlando Bloom. Finally, on my last note of the profession.
The camera's died.
What?
No.
Shut up! Finally, my last note of the profession. All the people within the acting profession are sensitive and high-strung. They all find it very difficult to deal with unprofessionalism. So, my catchphrase for the day is, we tuzz on unprofessional people. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, Fanny Pom-Pom.
Bye-bye. Viewers. Bye-bye.